Good morning. So here we are up with a beautiful Sugarloaf just behind us. It's a beautiful spring day and we're going to talk about how to turn any rucksack into a camera bag, and not so much turn it but use it as a camera bag. Now first of all, I think I'll tell you why. So I currently use one of the best camera bags I've ever used, which is the Shimoda, I think it's called X50. It's absolutely brilliant. I did a video about that camera bag and I'll put that video up here. Now, so he says, it's brilliant, so why would he use another bag? So there are a couple of things that, that camera bags can't do that hiking bags can do. And one thing that I really noticed when I was away with my Shimoda, which is an excellent, really expensive camera bag, is that in the heat, the back part of it absolutely sticks to you. There's no ventilation in the back at all. The hip straps, although they have some padding and the shoulder straps have some padding, they don't have that much when you're out in the summer. And one of the main things about a hiking bag is comfort, and also that it keeps away from your back so you don't get that nasty, horrible back that you can sometimes get in the summer heat. And thirdly, you can carry way more. So this is, I'm currently carrying a 65-litre bag, and I'm going to get into the positives and the negatives of using a bag like this as a camera bag. Okay, so here is the bag itself. Now this is a Osprey Rook 65-litre bag, and this is one of the keys to mountain photography. So it's got this back that allows complete ventilation around the back, and also these really, really padded hip pads that are fantastic, and the shoulder pads are really padded as well. The other brilliant feature of a lot of hiking bags is they're made for poles and camping gear. So you've got this reinforced bottom, which is where you can fit in your tripod. And the other great thing about it is the tripod top, the whole of the ball head is covered by a lid. So it allows you to protect that lid. Now there's often, because again, for camping, there's a strap at the top to hold it in, and then a quick sock to hold it in at the bottom. So it makes it very, very easy to get the tripod out. Also, with a hiking rucksack, you've got the pockets at the base as well, which allows you to access equipment really easily. You've got a waterproof cover in the base here, in the zip. Some of them are in the top, but again, you can keep your gear waterproof at all times. Okay, so the main problem with any hiking rucksack like this, apart from a few that open at the front, is that everything is inside, and this is probably the main downfall. Like, you haven't got any way of accessing it rather than this kind of top access. So there's a couple of items here that are absolutely essential to make this rucksack work, and without it you couldn't really do it. So the first thing is, this is a holster bag. These holster bags by Think Tank are absolutely fantastic. They extend out at the bottom for longer lenses. They have a little waterproof bag in them, and they're just really, really rugged. I've taken this with me all over the world, and it's still looking fantastic, and I've absolutely battered it. So that's the first thing you'll need. You'll need something to protect your camera. You just can't sling your camera in the rucksack on its own. So the second thing you'll need is a gear bag. So this is just a bag that I use for holding all the kind of gear that you need. So spare batteries and spare SD cards and all my kind of recording gear. So a gear bag, and then finally you need a little bag like this. Now this is a Manfrotto camera case, and it's made for carrying around small mirrorless cameras. You don't need to use a camera case, you could use any padded bag, but the key is it needs to be small enough and it needs to have some straps. With those straps, you need to purchase a little carabiner. These things are really cheap, kind of £3 or £4 for a carabiner. And then you need straps that will go round the back of the bag, and I'll show you why in a minute. But that's the main gear that you need to take, along with obviously tripods and things like that. So first of all, a brief interval of lots of rain. I was using my rain cover. It's fantastic, this rain cover. Keeps it completely dry. Brilliant. So anyway, first of all, we have the holster. So the holster, what I like to do is keep it outside the pack. So if I kind of stand here, it just goes down by my side here, and it means that I've got quick access to my rucksack. Now, to balance it slightly, if you're using a second camera, so if you're using a GoPro or a second camera, there's this brilliant little camera bag here. Now, this goes through the straps in the bag. This allows it to be connected fully onto the rucksack, and I will show you that process now. Okay, so basically you just thread this part through here, and you also thread this end strap through here as well. Now, some rucksacks may not have both straps, but you'll be able to clip it on somewhere on the rucksack itself. So if I just show you, so this goes through here, this threads through here, and that comes out the other end like that. Okay, now this carabiner just clips on to this area here to allow it to hold in place so it doesn't drop off the end. If you don't have the carabiner, the strap might drop off the end, and therefore you might lose your camera. So basically it's really, really important. So it's not that easy, but if I just quickly get this around the carabiner. Okay, that's clipped in now. Okay, so this strap, if I have it down hanging by my side, I can undo the clip and the carabiner will hold it in place. So this little bag, if I just clip it into my waist strap, so just clip in like that. Now, you do feel like a bit of an idiot with one on this side and one on this side, but it's really, really easy access. So now you've got a little bag for a small camera, GoPro, whatever you like, to go in here. And that allows for easy access, and it also allows to just work as a really lightweight and accessible pack. This is waterproof. This one has got its own waterproof, so you don't have to put them back in the bag when it starts raining. You can just leave them out. The only time I find this to be a bit of a pain is when you're going up really, really steep sections of hill and this pushes against the strap a little bit. But apart from that, I think it's brilliant. You look a bit silly, but it's really practical. So there we have it. So if I just do a bit of modelling here, got my camera bag on this size, got my smaller camera bag on this size, tripod on the side pocket, water bottle in the other side pocket, and you're basically ready to go. Now, you do feel a bit more silly than walking around with a normal camera bag, but it depends where you're going, what you're doing. I mean, you know, you don't need to feel silly if you're on your own trekking for hours. It provides a really lightweight solution. It's really cheap and affordable, way cheaper than a camera bag. It keeps your gear nice and dry, and that allows you to be adaptable. So obviously, if you don't want all this clobber around you, you can pop it all in the bag. So the only downsides of this are the obvious. So for instance, quick access to camera gear, it really needs to be strapped to you if you want quick access to camera gear, and it needs to be in a holster like this. It can also pull on your shoulder a little bit when you're walking. The other downsides is if you want to carry more, so if you want to carry more lenses, then you need to put more lens bags. I would suggest hard case, not neoprene, hard case lens bags, which I also use, to put into the rucksack as well. If you want to carry filters, then it's another case, another bag. You can't really put anything into this bag without putting it into a case, because there's no internal padding in the bag apart from at the back, so you could easily bash your equipment. So it's not a perfect solution, but I find that when you want to carry more in terms of gear, when you want to get out there in the mountains, and when you want to really focus on your photography and not fiddling about, it's a perfect solution, because you've got both cameras on your hips. You've got a non-sweaty breathing back. You're able to carry way more water, way more clothing. And if you're doing, like, for instance, a summer ascent in the Alps, like I'm doing, it's the perfect thing to do, because you can never hold back on gear. You always need to bring a waterproof. You always need to bring layers, because you just never know what mountains will do, even in the height of summer. So I hope that helps, and I hope that you find a bit more freedom coming away from your camera bag and using a normal hiking rucksack. So until next time, bye for now.